Hey everybody, Mark again here, WeatherMan Plus. They had 2 p.m. update is out for NOAA. There's issues between the Euro and the GFS. So let me go through this quickly so you can see exactly what's going on. I don't want this to be a long video like the other one. A lot of the information is still the same as far as the storm surge and the warnings that I did show in the last video. Tropical Storm Sally, as of now, is 60 miles an hour. And the main thing is the tropical storm force winds. These are still showing the same, except it's a little bit shifted to the west. Now, let me show you everything before you get any determinations. It does show that it's going to be a hurricane come 8 o'clock on Monday, and it's still going to turn right into New Orleans, become a storm, and curve out and be a depression. That's what it's showing so far. Now, here's the flood risk. The flood risk is still the same as this morning. Okay, here's your Monday, your Tuesday, into your Wednesday. It's still showing the same. It's still showing that the moderate is still this section here because it's going to be an east side loaded storm. That's mostly because of the wind shear, and I will show you that. Here's the rainfall expected. This is still the same, except it's a little bit heavier from the 10 to 15 inches now when it goes from the edge of Alabama and Mississippi. You can see that it is still showing more rainfall inches. That's 10 to 15 inches for this area. It wasn't that much earlier, but that's what it's showing now. It's updating as we go, guys. The storm surge, the peak storm surge, is still showing the same measurements as we had earlier. And this is your runs that I wanted to get to. This is your GFS, and this is why it's a little bit different. The Euro is showing that it's not going to make landfall until Tuesday afternoon. GFS is showing that it's making landfall Tuesday morning. And the reason why I show you the NAM 3K model, because not only is it agreeing with the GFS, which was right on Laura, is showing that the landfall is going to be Tuesday morning as well. And the NAM 3K is showing the intensity of close to the Cat 2, and none of the rest are. That's why I show you the NAM 3K. Now, as we take it through the GFS, you can see as it comes through, all the way until the impact, you can see it all the way 994, 993, 991. And that brings it in there for Tuesday morning, okay? Now, when you take a look at it and you take the winds at the most impactful, the GFS shows 50-knot winds at the highest. 50-knot winds at the highest, guys. That's all it's showing for the GFS. Now, when you take the Euro, on in, it's showing, not only is it showing Tuesday afternoon, that's because it goes a little more westerly and it hovers for a little while outside of New Orleans before it finally takes a northern track and brings it on in. It brings it on in at Tuesday afternoons. That's a big difference between Tuesday morning and Tuesday afternoon. It's hard to prepare when you don't know exactly when the impact is going to be. Now, the Euro, the highest the Euro is bringing is the 45 knots that I can bring right before landfall. 47 knots right before landfall. So Euro is showing it a little bit weaker than it's showing for the GFS. Now, the NAM 3K, the one I've been showing you, is at the 33-hour mark. And as it gets closer, it's agreeing with the GFS. It's going a little bit westerly, so it's kind of agreeing with the Euro. But with the GFS, it takes it to Tuesday morning. And then it starts moving in 959, 960. Then it goes to 974, and it starts weakening some. Now, the winds on the NAM 3K takes it all the way up to 78, 80 knots, 81 knots. So I find 81 knots according to the Euro, and that's different than what the GFS or what the Euro, this is NAM 3K. That's different than what the Euro or the GFS is showing. This is the only one that's showing that it's going to be a strong possible Cat 2 hurricane as it reaches land. Now, all this is subject to change, okay, because this is just the update that we have now. They don't even know which one to go by because one's showing an afternoon, one's showing a morning. And GFS was correct on Laura. Now, if you look here, this is Sally right now from satellite view. You can see the wind shear is hitting it from the north and making it an east side loaded storm. But not only that, it's taking the tops off of it, and you can see the storm starting to bubble up around the Bahamas. But after it gets past this little pass of the Gulf and it gets closer towards the inland, towards Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama, the wind shear is going to be gone, and that's when it's going to be able to strengthen up. If you put it on infrared, you can see the storms bubble up around the Bahamas. It is starting to get some storms over there. That is going to go away as this moves more westerly. Now, you can still get some hits from the rain bands in the Bahamas. We just got to know the exact full track first before we take that assumption. Now this is an AM3K model. This one I'm showing you so you can see the severe storms that's possible with this system, and then the impact is the same place that is showing where the GFS is. It's a little bit more westerly than this morning. I'm sure a lot of y'all have been keeping yourself updated. Y'all did notice that it is doing a more of a westerly push. Now the Euro shows it way westerly in an afternoon impact. The GFS and the NAM3K shows it's more like it's going to be Tuesday morning. And it goes right in towards New Orleans, straight from Mississippi. And it's not showing that westerly push that the Euro was showing. Right when it gets towards New Orleans, it takes a northerly push. And this is right at 3 a.m., guys. This is definitely in the morning, going to happen, not going to be afternoon like the Euro is talking about. Now, as we get to the latest hit of it, let me bring it back so you can see it come up through the land. This is the projected path according to the NAM3K so far. And the Euro is showing the same area. I'm sorry. There's so much information, guys. The GFS is showing the same area as the NAM3K. And this is what we have so far from this storm. Now, the impact, we have to see again tonight. We have to see another one to see exactly what the path is going to be. That way we know exactly all the intensities, exactly who's going to get what winds and how much rain. But I can definitely tell you that the Euro, from what I'm understanding, is not going to be correct. The Euro is not showing the clear information that the GFS and the NAM3K is showing. It's like three models. You're checking three models and only one, which everybody likes, is the Euro. It's not showing the impact date, which is the morning, which is what NOAA's agreeing with. And it's also not showing the winds of it being a strong Cat 1 or Cat 2 hurricane. The Euro is showing it being like a tropical storm conditions. So we have to wait for another update to understand exactly what is going on with this storm, okay? Because it is a little tricky right now at this point in time. I'd like to read to you Ezra 6. Then Darius the king made a decree, and search was made in the house of the rolls, where the treasures were laid up in Babylon. And there was found at Achmetha, in the palace that is in the province of the Medes, a roll, and therein was a record thus written. In the first year of Cyrus, the king of the same Cyrus, the king made a decree concerning the house of God at Jerusalem. Let the house be builded, the place where they offered up sacrifices, and let the foundations thereof be strongly laid. The height thereof 80 cubits, and the breadth thereof 80 cubits, with 3 rows of great stones, and a row of new timber, and let the expenses be given out of the king's house. And also let the golden and silver vessels of the house of God, which Nebuchadnezzar took forth out of the temple, which is at Jerusalem, and brought unto Babylon, be restored and brought again unto the temple which is at Jerusalem, every one to his place, and every place them in the house of God. Now therefore, Tatnai, governor beyond the river, Shathar Bosnia, and your companions, the Aphraxites, I apologize, I'm not good at these names, guys, which are beyond the river, be ye far from thence. Let the work of this house of God alone, let the governor of the Jews and of the elders and of the Jews build this house of God in its place. Moreover, I make a decree, what ye shall do to the elders of these Jews for the building of this house of God, that of the king's goods, even of the tribute beyond the river, forthwith expenses be given unto these men, that they be not hindered. And that which they have not need of, both young bullocks and rams and lambs, for the burnt offerings of God of heaven, wheat, salt, wine, and oil, according to the appointment of the priests which are at Jerusalem. Let it be given them day by day without fail. Amen. I want to read more of this Ezra. I find this a very interesting chapter. If you know about Ezra, please send me a comment in the description. Let me know which part of Ezra is your best part, because I really want to read up on that. I was checking on that about some hidden some hidden books that was in the Bible that was not in other Bibles. So Ezra is definitely one that I have not read, and that's very interesting. So I definitely want to get more on that. So remember, the main thing here is Euro is showing Tuesday afternoon. The GFS and NAM3K is showing Monday morning. I'm sorry, Tuesday morning. So we have to keep our eyes on this because now it's moving from Monday to Tuesday, but still the impact is going to be felt as early as Monday, I'm sure. So I'm going to be on top of this for you guys, and if there is any more accurate details that we can give out for you, I will post them. But until then, it's a left-right issue. We don't know which model to go by. The Euro shows one, the GFS shows another. So we have more time. Please stay prepared. If you need to get prepared, if you need to feel like you need to evacuate, do what you feel. Just be safe. God bless you all through this. Well, we'll be live streaming, of course. All glory goes to God, guys. Please praise God.